So we continue. So you have to make sure you never recharge your R22 into R410A model. Of course, this is quite common and that will not do, because you have to make sure first, if you are charging refrigerant, you have to make sure you go into the specification of the split unit system. So usually we use the brand new refrigerant piping because we doesn't want um, any leakage there. So if you are using for the R410A, you are using only the R410A tools. So when you are recharging the refrigerant, you have to make sure you only recharge the liquid form of the refrigerant type. So this is the example of charging adapter that we are using for the R410A, and we also use the weighing machine. So this is the proper one for charging the refrigerant into the system. So this is how many times you want to take on the vacuum process within the 15 minutes, how much the temperature, and then should be the ambient temperature that you get during the vacuum process. So somehow this is the relationship between the refrigerant amount and cooling capacity. We have to make sure if you are wrongly, either you are undercharged or overcharged the system. So this is quite the effects of undercharge. For example, discharge gas will increase the temperature that will cause the compressor refrigerating oil to deteriorate and shorten lifespan of compressor. So of course the compressor will be working hard if you are undercharged of the refrigerant. Either it is undercharged or overcharged, of course it will affect and the shorten life cycle of your compressor, and then the winding of the compressor coil will heat up and burn. And then the overcharge, same, it will make the compressor will be shortened lifespan, and then the compressor operation and will be activated because of the protection device there. And then the big load of the compressor of the startup will maybe blow your fuse, and then the breaker will be tripped, and then the refrigerant return in liquid state tends to liquid back and then cause the compressor to heavy rotation and eventually lock. This is for the overcharge of the refrigerant to the split unit system. So after you complete flaring, installation, copper fitting, everything until the vacuum, and then charging the refrigerant to the split unit, you have to check. This is the post installation check. Start the unit to the minimum one, which is, for example, your split unit is 16 degree. You have to make sure you goes into the lowest limit of the cooling system, and then you have to check the air intake and the air blow temperature after running about 10 to 15 minutes, because after 10 to 15 minutes and then you can get the temperature that you want, and then you have to calculate the temperature difference between the air intake at the split unit air intake and then the air blow temperature of the cooling coil. So either the air intake and then the blow temperature. Then you have to check the indoor unit running condition and remote function. So you have to measure also the running current, because usually from the running current you can compare from the specification of the split unit system. So if either it is too low of the running current, or maybe it is high running current, running amperes, then you will know either it is undercharged or overcharged of the charging of your split unit system. So it will affect your bill electricity because the running amp will be high. Then you have to check the drain water condition, either the water is properly flow to the drain pipe, and then you have to check outdoor operation without any abnormal sound and vibration, because somehow if you are not properly installed of your bracket of your outdoor unit or bracket or indoor unit, and there will be vibration and will be dangerous of the bracket, and will be your outdoor and indoor unit maybe can come down if you are not properly installed the bracket. Okay, So this is one of the guideline on the installation of your split unit system of your outdoor unit at the coastal region, maybe for the coastal region, and then the installation point of um, your split unit or outdoor unit there. So if you install your outdoor unit near to the sea, you have to make sure it is not directly exposed to the sea or wave, because the sea water will be goes to your outdoor unit. So you have to make sure you uh, not expose also directly to the sea wind, because your outdoor fin will be uh, deformed because of the salt of the seawater. So it will not recommend either it is have barrier or not. You have to make sure you install it. This is the proper side of the installation at the sea side. So you have to install your outdoor unit at the back of your house, because of and not directly to the sea water or the sea wind. And then if you are really need to put the outdoor unit there, you have to make sure you construct a barrier to avoid direct exposure to the sea wind or sea water there. So this side of the installation process of coastal region, maybe I can go quite fast. Okay, maybe this time for the winter season, you have to make sure the installation of the outdoor unit is quite important when a place is having a snowfall region. So it will make your outdoor unit will be um, covered up with the snow. So you should not install a place where exposed to direct seasonal wind blow. So we have to consider to use guard against snowstorm. So this is the example of outdoor unit that guarded against the snow. So we have covered up everything and then put a little higher about 1 or 2 meter from the ground to make sure the snow is not covered up our outdoor unit. So this is the example of schematic diagram. So if you are installing to low, so the snow maybe come to your outdoor unit, and if you are not covering it up, the snow maybe fall into your outdoor unit. So you have to make sure you cover up surrounding of your outdoor unit. So this is the disposal of defrosting water. You have to make sure if you are use install for the defrosting water, please remove any drain pipe or brush under the outdoor base, and then the clearance should be kept about 250 millimeter or above. So for the service and maintenance, of course there are service, either it is minor service, maybe you just clean the filter, the fin, everything. So major service or overhaul, maybe you have to take down everything of your split unit and outdoor unit. So this is depend on the contractor, either how much they want to spend the money for the service and maintenance. For maybe minor operation, maybe takes about 80 ringgit, maybe for example just cleaning up the filter, the coil, everything. Then they will check the pressure of your system. So usually our split unit system is not can be easily leaking if there is no point of leaking there. So because the split unit system is a closed system, so that's why it will, if the gas or refrigerant is undercharged, maybe for example, so it is maybe low pressure, so maybe it might be have some leaking there. So this is the example of quite major service, because we take down everything. So we have to clean everything from casing to the cooling coil, the blower, everything. So that's all for to this topic. We will continue to the next lecture. Thank you very much, and Assalamu alaikum.